Hello, welcome to my channel. This is like my first time recording this kind of stuff. I don't really know what will happen next. And sorry for my English. English is not my first language, but I can safely say that in terms of Genshin experience, I'm not a good player, but you know, still good enough to tell you something. Alright, this is about character review. Well, I started playing this game because my wife was pregnant approximately years ago, and because of that I have to keep and stay awake quite long time, so I chose to install this game, and up until now I cannot change anything. I mean, I still play this game quite often. And for today, we will review a character that every free-to-play, especially that kind of F2P that you literally cannot spend any money at all in this game. A single character that you must have. This character will make you pass through any event, any challenge much more easier. And this character is Zhongli, the Geo Archon. This review is not about what the best for this character. I mean, you can look up that kind of guide, but this guide is just something that I think can barely or can support your need as a F2P. And once again, this is not the best build that you can build. I mean, you can look up that kind of build in other channel, in other YouTuber. They have awesome build, especially if you are not planning to do an F2P challenge, but this is the one that I think good enough to basically clear the content in this game. Zhongli is a geo character that have, he is well known for anything good, especially like shielding. You can see his second talent is basically making a pillar that granted you a very powerful shield based on his HP, and so on. His ulti is basically a giant meteor that coming from the sky and make the enemy stun for quite some time. He is basically a very good support character. So what should you do if you want to build him, especially if you have no money to spend? Well, the first thing first is we have to talk about the artifacts. The only artifact is quite straightforward. He has his own artifact, which we can see this one. It is the tenacity of the Milelith set that granted him 20% HP increase, and basically the force piece set is literally make his elemental skill stronger and so on. So I recommended you to get this artifact set. As you can see, my artifact here is not that great. The substat is I can say it's very mediocre. I cannot even get that HP substat. But the rest is, I guess, the first thing that you have to fulfill in this build is try to get the best mind stat as possible. Zhongli needed so much HP. You can start by using the HP timepiece, HP goblet, and some people actually recommended to use HP circlet, but I just love crit rate, so I just use it for him. In the flower, you can try your best to get this other substat, but basically the main stat is what you have to get. And in tenacity of the Milelith domain, to get the HP sub main stat is quite hard if you ever try to farm that domain. After that, I really recommend you to use the weapon, especially if you're F2V, the Black Tassel. This weapon is mighty for this guy. I mean, look at that. HP 46.9% in refinement rank 5, and this weapon is very easy to upgrade. You can basically get this weapon in every wish, in any wish. This is a completely trash weapon for other character, but for Zhongli, this weapon is quite solid for him. And for challenge, I'm not going to recommend you to go crazy on this one. Level 8 in his second skill is good enough. Especially his talent is quite expensive to upgrade. You need so many materials in this one, especially the child boss. And the book talent is the talent book is the hardest in my opinion. I mean, you have to farm that multiple times, and you need a lot of you need a lot of talent books for other characters also. And for constellation, C0 is good enough for him. So when you got a chance to get Zhongli rerun in the next future, I highly suggested you to pull for him, because he is the key to actually clearing this game, if you know what I mean. Several players actually complain about how OP this character is, and they do not want to use him in their team. But for a player like me that still have a work to do, a family to take care of, and I basically doing this game just for the sake of playing this game, I do not want to invest anything in this game, Zhongli is a must-have. You cannot argue otherwise. Zhongli is a must-have. Yes, it's true that the other Geo character like Noelle can have a quite strong shield, especially in her Constellation 6, but C0's Zhongli can do everything perfectly. I mean, very strong character from the very beginning. And yeah, that's basically how I built my Zhongli. I don't go crazy on the weapon, I don't go crazy on constellation. Even the artifact, I just do the bare minimum to fulfill his mind stat, his HP. And I guess that's for today. I am planning to do some character tests. Let me change my team first. I use my Zhongli especially in Yoimiya Vaporize team. This team is quite red, you know what I mean. It's quite strong with Yoimiya as a main DPS. I got lucky in my standard player pool and somehow got this weapon, Skyward Harp. I know this is not the best in slot for Yoimiya, but this is good enough. My Syncue using Sacrificial, but I'm lucky also. I got C4 and my Bennett. I just cannot bear myself to see a C6 Bennett. So let's try this team composition against the Thunderbird. I am planning to pull for A in 3.3, so hope my luck don't really suck. I mean, I probably use my luck in Arc Knight. In 10 pull I got 6 star, I got Exusiao. But oh my god, I hope I don't suck in this game. I mean, in Nahida banner I have to get around 150 pull just to get her. If you are counting the very beginning, I mean, nah, that Nahida pull is quite bad. I lost my entire saving in Nahida's banner. Okay, the bird here is quite hard boss, not because not because his strike or everything, but his gimmick movement is just too much. In terms of daily boss, this one is quite hard to counter. This bird just move anywhere. See? And because I am recording in my phone suddenly getting more and more warm, and I cannot get an optimal movement whatsoever. But with Yoimiya Vape, I can quite mitigate this one. And Zhongli in the right moment can also deal giant damage with his ult. And basically the one thing that keep this team alive is Zhongli. I mean, what else can you ask? It is Zhongli and his shield. See? Not a problem. So that's how you use Zhongli. I mean, how I use Zhongli. He is basically a very strong support for anything that you need in this game, especially the shield one. It can block attack, it can make you invulnerable. Basically no one can attack you inside his shield. I think that's all. Just enjoy this game. If you want to spend money, that's your choice. But if you want to enjoy the game for the game and probably, do this kind of challenge, just build your Zhongli responsibly. Try to get as much as item for his HV and make sure you have quite strong enough DPS for your team, because even though Zhongli could become a very strong sub DPS, but in the end the best way to use the C01 is from his support role as a shielder, and no, not only shielder, as a super shielder. I will say that. I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. I hope this channel can grow and can give you inspiration. Thank you very much. Cheers.